What is up? What is up? Get everything situated here, if it's possible. Bam. About ready to drop it. Don't want to do that. Hey, what's going on, Parallel? How you doing, man? Just getting situated here. I don't want to do that before I hit the button sometime. The more you do this, the more crap you get. I do believe. So how you doing today, man? Did you find any good treasures? You know, I'm always about some treasure now. I think that's why The Goonies is one of my favorite movies as a kid. Sorry about this. It's gonna suck. It's crappy like this. I'm trying to figure out a good angle how to do this. Maybe. I don't think that'll work. I need a better webcam. I do. One that has more options to do this. And maybe the overhead view. Yeah, I know it's sucks. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to find a way that I can get the camera out of my way. I can show what I'm doing. If anybody cares. Just gonna assemble the pieces to this little drone here. Cool. At least you get the good exercise out of it, man. Keep you alive a little longer anyway. Be like me, you gotta be in good shape to get hit by that train later on in life. Damn it. I'm finding this quite frustrating. There we go. Stop it. Alright. We got all this stuff here. Owner's manual. And normally, I'd say you don't need that. But with this drone, probably do. Some of the programming is a little more complicated on it. You can actually fly this drone autonomously, yeah, however you pronounce it, pretty much from your desk. Set the waypoints and stuff by GPS on your computer and turn it on and send it on its way. Your ground station software and stuff like that, I'll use that later on to tell the drone where it lives and everything like that. That way when I turn it on, it don't try to go back to China, because that would suck. Let's see. Hope it's large print, eh? Loading the propellers. I don't want to do the propellers yet. Assembling the bipod. Out. Looks pretty simple. The protection ring. I don't need no stinking protection ring. Alright. Well, do you think they gave this train an overly complex controller, though? I don't know why. Alright, we'll start with the landing skid. Of course, everything's taped up. Love that. It never could figure out what it wanted to do here today, man. 1 minute it was dark and pouring down the rain for a few minutes, and the next minute you look outside and the sun was shining. It couldn't make up its mind. All right. You can tell my cat's been sleeping on it. I don't know how the cat hair got inside the box. It's never been opened. But somehow the kitties will find a way. Anybody that has the little guys, they know that's the truth. All right. Well, this looks pretty straightforward. Very nice, very nice. Almost like a computer lead. Except for these antennas here. But there's little bitty slots for those too, I do believe. You know, got to run them down the leg here so you don't jack them up. Cool. And then go ahead and let it lay turtle like that. Gotta be careful with this drone because of that GPS dome that it's got on the top of it is really fragile. If you roll it, crack that dome, your GPS will just not be right. It's got to be dead center. Well, this is cool. Little thumb screws makes it a lot easier. A lot quicker assembly and disassembly that way. Yep, I haven't been having a good week. I made another mistake the other day, actually. Well, a few days ago, but I'm planning to take my daughter and family and stuff down to King's Dominion in Dawswell, Virginia. Go on a little camping trip. My daughter's going to take one of her friends from school with her and stuff with us. And that was all cool, and I figured we'll do it on... Was going to do it this weekend, but it's Father's Day weekend, and I figured it'd be like really crowded. So we didn't go, and I'm like, well, we'll go on the 20th. There's nothing going on the 20th, and come to find out, it's like a Christian music festival. It's going to go on from the 20th to the 23rd. And I've been to parks when they have a Christian music festival in the South, and it is millions of people. People everywhere. The hotel rooms and stuff like that. The hotels are going to be booked like crazy. It'd be full. The park is going to be just so crazy that you're going to be waiting in line for hours to do anything. Hell, the last big Christian rock concert they had was so bad, and I was there. That's why I don't ever want to go back. The septic system to the park exploded because there were too many people used it. I've been wanting to go out and do some drone flying and stuff. The wind has been crazy unpredictable here along with the weather. There we go. Step 1 complete. I'll have to pull out the duct tape apparently. Curse this infernal machine. Right, piss me off. Leaning tower of crap over here. There's no way to mount this to this tripod. Alright, step 1 complete. And my fingernails need cut. They're long. Oh well, I've been working. Yeah, check it out, Parallel. Today I built a 53 shot rack. Or box, really. But 53 shot, it's going to be sweet. I don't know what this extra thumb screw is for. I have to put it up. Pretty nice little screwdriver with this set. Reversible. It's got the Torx. Phillips. Not bad. It's got regular. It's got all kinds of sizes for this little thing. That's sweet. Flip it around. Most of them come with a little cheap screwdriver. This one's actually pretty decent. Damn, laser too. It's got some length on it. You got this one too. I like how this drone's got the little tail lights on the back. Kind of reminds me of an old car. I'm going to do a modification to the inside of here so I can fit a larger battery. The battery I can get in here now, I can get about 20-25 minutes flight time out of this battery. But if I enlarge it, I can get up to about 40. Pretty easy. All I got to do is take this top plate off. Take a Dremel in here and trim some of these edges off. battery from my XK380s. It'll fly 30 some minutes, and it almost fits. It will by the time I get done with it. I've been saving this one. I haven't pulled it out and flown it yet. It's a pretty good little drone, man. He's got a lot of zip. GPS stability is pretty nice. These brushless motors are pretty powerful on this. You know, I was going to build a milk crate rack, but I was always afraid they'd end up jumping out of the damn rack. I was afraid they'd bounce or something. Yeah, man, when you go to get one, if you haven't had one before, make sure you talk to me first. I can try to steer you in a good direction. You don't want to spend a lot for your first one. Definitely something you want to build your way up to. If you're anything like me, your first series of drones are going to live pretty hard. But you'll learn how to fly. Hell, repairing them and upgrading them and stuff like that's part of the fun of the hobby, really. Only thing left for this one really is to put the programming to it, put the camera gimbal and shit on there. Kind of drone you want there, Firework. Wonder where everybody's at tonight. It's like I got cozies or something. Yeah, it is. I just see a lot of people make the mistake of wanting to go buy a $2,000 drone for their first drone, you know. And then if they're dumb enough to actually go through it and buy it, then they end up destroying it. Usually they're fighting with the company trying to get them to take it back under warranty. You know, after they've clearly destroyed it, they usually don't want to do that. And I tell you what, these new drones and stuff, I don't want them because they literally have built-in narking features. You still there, Para? Oh, it keeps dropping down to 0 in the room. I think you're the only other person in here. Shit. Yeah, I'm just over here digging around through shit. Yep, I'll take that outside and get a GPS lock and stuff with it tomorrow and try it out if it's not storming. I'm freaking the hell out and windy. Of course, only tomorrow will tell on that. Sweet, man. It's always good to get unexpected power up. That's never a bad thing. I'm pretty happy with what I got, you know. Naturally, I'm a pyro and I always want more like everybody else, but I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with what I got. Not going to have as many shells this year as I normally have. Hell, a couple cases of shells is that's enough, you know. 8 boxes of 24 should do it. Hey, what's up, Household Firebrand? How you been? Haven't seen you in a while, bro. How goes it? I was just sitting there putting together this Cheerson CX-20. Well, not really a lot that I got to do to it. Just put the landing gear on it mostly. Run a little antenna radar and shit. And I got to program it up with the ground station software and get all that ready to go. Tired and lazy. I hear you. Dude, I got back from the amusement park on the last trip. I went and ended up getting the flu while I was there. That kept me down for 3 weeks and started getting over that and ended up with some kind of a throwing up for about 3 or 4 days straight. Got over that. So last few days I've been feeling better. So I'm just happy about that. Yeah, I was going to go back down to my camping spot down there in Doswell, Virginia, you know, down there where I was roughing it at from my video, House on Fire. And come to find out that there's a damn Christian rock festival that's going to go on at the same time as I was going there. And I can't go there during a Christian rock festival because it is absolutely packed in the South. I was there a couple of years before when they had Skillet and some other band come and play, and it was just wall to wall people. You couldn't do nothing, you couldn't ride nothing. There was just nothing but people everywhere. They actually overloaded the park and the septic system exploded. That shit was crazy, literally. Yep. I like some of Skillet's music. I just didn't like the tons of freaking people everywhere. Even the campground was full of people. It was crazy. And I figured that, June 20th, there's nothing going on. There's nothing special about that. And I went ahead and rented the car and paid for all the crap, and come to find out later on about that. So now I'm going to have to change my plans. Thanks, man. I'm doing better if you're talking to me. Pretty rough there for a few weeks, but I'm feeling better now. I'm gonna get out and enjoy some summer before you know it, and you blink, it's gonna be fall again, and it's gonna be time for the leaves to fall off the trees and all that good stuff. Nobody wants it, or at least I know I don't. Cool, man. I appreciate it. Same here. You still got mine. I'm doing all right. Now I'm thinking about going north up to Sandusky, Ohio, and go up to Cedar Point for the weekend. Only problem with going to Cedar Point for the weekend is it ups the cost considerably. I just need to get away for a few days myself. And my daughter, she's really looking forward to taking her friend with her on the trip. It is together, man. All I got to do is put the props on it and program it. Indeed, man. Smoke a fatty or chill. If I had what I would. About you, house on fire? How you been doing? You got your 4th of July stuff ready? You gonna do any big show this year? You got any kind of stash? I don't think I've seen any stash video from you this year, have you? Or did you not have time because all that stuff that went on? Get them props on. Well, that ain't hard to do, man. I'm gonna wait to put the props on after I get it programmed and stuff. That way I can make sure it's acting right before it has blades on it. It might try to go back home to China or something as soon as I turn it on. You never know. It's best to always proto test it and stuff. Make sure all your motors are functioning properly and stuff before you put your blades on. And this one brand new, never flown, so I don't want to lose it. That ground station software and stuff like that, I can send it anywhere on the map. That's 10 minutes of 10 minutes flight time to get to, and then it's got about 10 minutes to get back. But I can set it from my laptop, set it on the side, start, and it'll go on the route and see all the waypoints and stuff that I send it on. And I don't even have to stand up there with the remote. It's got like a radar sensing kind of thing where if it's coming down near a power line or something, most of the time it don't always work, but it'll sense it and move over and come down between it. It just depends on how complex the lines are. So this is my second one of these. If I find a drone I really like, I try to get two of them, and I'll fly the crap out of one, and I keep the other one, pristine for as long as I can. That, or I usually pass it on to my brother. Because he likes to fly and stuff with me too. I got him into the hobby. It's shocking, but down here in the woods, there's not a whole lot to do. I mean, if you're an outdoorsman and stuff like that, West Virginia is great, but when you do that all your life, it does get old after a while. I don't think I've ever seen a red one. That would be cool. I've seen blues and the greenish colors, and I've seen clears. I live in an old railroad town and stuff like that's pretty common. I've seen piles of them things, 5-6 feet tall, just dumped beside the road and stuff, dumped beside the tracks, left to rot. Yeah. I hear trains and stuff all the time from where I'm sitting right now, man. They run along the river, down here along the new river across the road from my house. Hey, Sean, check out this bottle I found. I got it here somewhere. I found an old bottle dump talking to Al about this stuff. I found one under my house, man. It's working its way up to the top of the ground. It's a Great Seal half-pint sampler. Briggs, Ohio, something. Great Seal. Maybe if I turn it around this right way. It's a half-pint sample bottle from 1922. All kinds of bottles and stuff like this working their way out of the ground down there under my house. That one's still got the cork in it. Found a cool oil can under there too from the 1920s. You ever heard of traffic light motor oil? Oh, damn. Yeah, it's good for you to get out there and collect that stuff, though. Good for your heart and all that shit. I used to like to collect arrowheads walking around. All right. I have to dig it out of here. I got it under my desk. There's a lot of stuff like that under there. But where I was at, I didn't want to spend a lot of time because it looked like it was pretty moldy under there. I go back under there and dig some more of this stuff out of the ground. Take the mask. Yep. Traffic motor oil. Gulf Oil Corporation. Gulf Oil Refining Company. 2 gallons. Oh, you guys, I'll keep an eye out around where I'm at and see if I run across anything that I think might be unusual on the insulator front. If I find something cool, I'll let you guys know. Because it is something I run into quite a bit down here in West Virginia in these hollers and shit. And yes, I did say hollers. Wonder where my homie old Pyro dude's at tonight. He hasn't popped in. He must be sleeping. Nope, I don't mess with Facebook either, man. This is what I do. I limit myself to this right here. I got a what is that, Instagram account, but I don't use it because I don't have a cell phone. But I just limit myself to this. Social media and stuff can take over your life, and I don't want to be one of them people that's got their head stuck in a telephone all the damn time. That annoys the shit out of me. I don't know why it annoys me, but it does. Hey, love my drones. How's it going, man? Got a new CX-20 here playing with it, bro. Pretty nice little drones. Pretty stable GPS drone too. Dude, man, or I've got health issues and stuff like that. Sometimes when I go to the park, I have to rent one of them wheelchairs and ride it around. And I've literally had people staring at their phone and run right into that wheelchair and just bounce off of the damn wheelchair and never miss a beat, still typing on their phone. I'm like, you dumb sons of bitches. I tried to dodge them in the beginning, and after that, if they didn't look up and see where they was going, I just bounced them off the front of the scooter. Not a one of them even looked up, said a word, anything. Just kept on going. You think if you're in an amusement park, you'd at least look up and, enjoy what you're doing and where you're at, maybe even hang out with some real friends or some people, I mean, a cell phone is a great tool, but I think people are just I know people are just getting lost in this shit. I don't think it's healthy for them either. 99% of us not using them to gain knowledge on anything other than stupid shit like celebrities or what musicians showing their ass this week or something that's completely irrelevant to life. I don't know, but I think it's having an adverse effect on our society that we're going to have to pay for later. Alright, let me move this cheerson out of the way. Ammo clip. Sliding off the table. The new specimen. This is my Star Wars X-Wing propel drone, man. These are pretty sweet, as I will demonstrate. Turn the light out. Let me see if I can get this in camera view, though. All right, check this out, man. That's cool, isn't it? So you put the lid back on and it stops. Take the lid back off. You get a different thing from the movie. Sounds like they're like in the swamp here. All right, House on Fire, man. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello and stuff, brother. I do appreciate it. Don't be a stranger, man. I'm just in here playing with my toys tonight. But we all have to have something, you know. I find my distractions where I can. Without our distractions, that's how people end up losing their shit, you know. You gotta have something there's a release. I just wish I had a little bit of your crafting skill there, Sean, or House on Fire, whatever you prefer to call it. But Some of that stuff you make is just awesome, bro. Anytime I try to be careful and nice and neat and any kind of woodworking, it just seems like no matter what I do, it looks like shit. And I've tried. I really have. I even took shop classes and stuff, but it's just never my thing. And what the hell? I do all right with metal though. But yeah, man, you do some pretty nice work. Admire the skills, bro. Appreciate you stopping by. Get you some rest, man. Go take you a tough or whatever that was you had to do. I was going to sit there and play with these drones, I do believe. Tell you what's cool about these drones, these collector drones that makes them really badass is they have real lasers on them, and you can combat with each other, and whoever gets 3 hits on the other guy first, their drone slowly lowers out of the sky, man. It's pretty sweet. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. These little Star Wars drones can zip, dude. You'd be surprised. They fly really good. Or really well, let's put it that way. I was surprised when I saw them flying around outside. Yep, I'm going to pull that one out and put props on it. And they've got these proprietary batteries, though. That's kind of sucks because, you got to have their batteries. The whole canopy and stuff comes out of the drone. It's got a blank in it now for display, but it comes with these 2 rechargeables. Which is kind of a cartridge-based battery. Pretty advanced little drone, actually, for what it is. Not one of the cheap Walmart versions. Hey, what's going on? Who do we have in here? I think I'm going to restart this the stream and rename it to Star Wars Drone. See if I can get any more attention in here. So if you guys want to join me on another stream here in just a few minutes, please do.